Wonders shall never end. This tragedy happened in Niger State. These 3 kids were killed and dumped inside their water reservoir when their mother went out.
A popular saying goes, when things go wrong, they go wrong in batches. Or when it rains, especially bad rain, it pours. These are cliches, but both aptly describe the situation a widow in Suleja has found herself. Mrs. Chinedu Aro, a widow who lives in this house, with her 3 children having lost her husband last year. Saturdays are work days as she sells drinks in wholesale at the market. However, this Saturday, her whole world changed.
Oh, they are washing clothes outside the time I'm going out. Every time I'm leaving them, I've told them, if anybody, my door is always locked. You can never see my children outside. Unless we are going church or they are going school. Immediately they come back from school, they will enter, lock the door. That morning, that day this thing happened, I told them, if anybody just to come by force to shout, I said, okay, mommy, I will shout. So I left them. As we come back from market, I see that all the curtain closed. The door was closed. I knock, no sign. I say, which kind of sleep these children is sleeping by now? I call Sunday, the one that is lived with me, that since I'm locking, getting to 20 minutes, I lock on the door, lock on the gate, I no hear even noise. I go there, remove the cover of the tank, see that all my children is inside the tank.
The search for the children took the whole of Saturday with no result, until Sunday morning, when her house help wanted to fetch water from this water reservoir for daily chores, only to find the water bloody. Upon investigation, all 3 children aged 8, 5 and 2 were found dead in the water reservoir. The corpses were said to have been taken to General Hospital Sabon Wuse mortuary in Tafa local government area, and so that was our next port of call. Sadly, it was true. All the 3 children were in fact dead. Dr. Musa Lafama is the medical director of the hospital. He speaks on the autopsy conducted on the children.
We looked around to see probably if we can get maybe things like stab wound or maybe swellings somewhere in the body that probably may suggest a traumatic attack on them even before they were put inside the hospital. But most of the things were not found.
Barrister Efan Wodo is a family friend and the lawyer, who is also the chairman of the Aros Township meeting in FCT and its environs.
We are saying that people should come to our aid and support all the people who are interested in human rights activism.
With so many questions on our mind, we spoke to neighbors on what kind of children were the Aros.
They only see them outside when they are going to school or coming back, or going to church or coming back. Even the NEPA people testified to my hearing that if you knock from morning till night here, that these kids will always tell you from the window, my mother is not around.
DSP Wasiu Abiodun is Police Public Relations Officer, Niger State Command.
The case has been transferred to State CID. Meanwhile, some suspects have been arrested. We are interrogating, we are asking questions. All this being put together with medical reports. We definitely make use of this to get to the root of the matter.
For now, there are more questions than answers. Questions such as, who killed the Aro 3 children? Since they were always indoors and there was no forced entry, could it be somebody they know? As close as the houses are, nobody heard anything? When were they killed? And the million-dollar question is, why were they killed? As the police continue investigation to unravel this mystery, we leave you with this quote from William Shakespeare, which says, There is no art to show the mine's construction on the face. However, we promise to follow up on this story until its logical conclusion.
The suspect